Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be covering fuego releases from Fromis9, Treasure, Everglow, and the Boyz. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including BigHit's IT ambitions and the impact of COVID-19 on K-pop. So prepare your body, turn up the volume because we coming in hot. Hit me with that intro. What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 105, and we're recording on September 21st, 2020. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. All right. No announcements this week. We were just going straight into the songs, right? So we are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 105, where we discuss big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Boom. All right, so in terms of big new releases this week, I would say we have 4 songs from like mid to high mid-tier groups, right? Like they're all these groups are kind of around each other, I would say. But on September 22nd, Wednesday, we have Fromis9 with Feel Good. September 18th, Friday, we have Treasure with I Love You. September 21st, Monday today, we have Everglow with La Di Da and the Boyz with The Stealer. But let's start at the top. Fromis9, Feel Good. So they are from Off the Record, debuted back in 2017. Last 3 songs were Fun, Love Bomb, DK. 0 music show win so far. This is their first comeback since June 4th, 2019.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. And I believe last week we covered this, but one of the members, Soyeon, who's the main rapper, is not able to participate in promotions because she messed up her knee, but we don't know the extent of that. But that sucks. But this song, there's whistling somewhere, but someone's whistling. But let's keep going. This song was way better than I had expected it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. What kind of expectations did you go with?
Let's put it this way. I thought DK was good. I think that's my favorite song of theirs. I thought Love Bomb was good. It grew over time for me. Fun was not fun for me. That one, it was a little bit of a move. Feel Good, though, makes me feel good, I would say.
That's a little dirty, but okay.
What?
Okay, but I found Feel Good to be extremely catchy. I would say this out of all the songs this week, I've listened to the most by far. Maybe like 3 times the amount of any other song this week.
I mean, it's been the longest since it's out, right? By the time our episode is out, this song is going to be a week old.
True.
So, it does have that advantage. I do think the song is like very solid in production, right? Like, there's nothing that stands out. It flows really well. The mix is very well balanced. The instrumentation is very safe. I think everything about it is a lot of safety, a lot of things that flow really well. Whereas Fun had a lot more of each individual parts that stand out and fail to kind of mix well with each other. In that aspect, this is a pretty dope song. Hits all the check boxes for me.
What about you, Anita? Initial impressions,
I was gonna say
get us with them.
that it kind of gave me a different perspective on the group, because I feel like based on their previous songs, I feel like they really, really do the more cutesy, more youthful theme very, very well. It suits them quite a lot. But I feel like this was more, not necessarily mature, but just more fresh than cute, if that makes sense. It definitely felt like they were focusing more on just the overall concept and not just trying to sell the members and then being very cute. I think, which is Fun kind of did the music video as well. So it was an interesting take for the music video, but I feel like this was more focusing on them as a group and their talent and just as artists, I think. So I think it works well as a progression. I feel like they're definitely growing in that sense.
Let's talk about progression a little bit, right? Because if you look at DK, Love Bomb, and the stuff that's been previously from them, right? Like stuff like Cinderella, was it called? I forget. if you look at their previous stuff, it's very sugary, you know.
Yeah.
Love Bomb and Fun are very much like high energy. It's like you're going through a sugar rush the entire time. Very, you know, high paced and that kind of deal. And then you get a sudden switch up in style like this. And to me, that it feels like during this long break time, maybe the strategy team was like, all right, let's start targeting the general public a little bit. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. Whereas, like, if you look at DK and their previous stuff, it feels a little more in the minor appeal, the kind of deal with like, you know, school uniforms and whatnot. That being said, it did feel a little jarring. And I'm not able to make the judgment right now if this was too quick of a switch up or if it was a natural progression. But it is very noticeable that it's a progression, and I'm kind of have mixed feelings about that, if you will.
So, my favorite member of this group is Baek Ji-hyun. I think that's well known if you know me. I thought her first sequence was good before the pre-chorus, but the second part they made her a rapper at a certain part. I didn't think it was the best thing in the world. I'll be honest there. That being said, in terms of the music video itself, right?
Right.
They did not spend a ton of money on this music video. I honestly thought at a certain point, like, they had the camera on the set and then they turned it around to like the behind the scenes stuff, because it felt like they were in like either a salon or something at a certain point, or like a backstage area.
Yeah.
And then there was one other set. There was the main set, and then there was like the carnival thing that came up a couple times. But
I thought that was like more like a stylistic choice to make it look raw and like.
No, I was gonna say I thought it worked really well. Like, I thought it proved that you didn't. Number one, the color tone was really nice. That blue tone in the main set, I thought was great. I thought the carnival thing was kind of whimsical. I was down for that. It just proved to me that you don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to get a good music video, because it felt good. And obviously, oh, that was a pun there. Never mind. I didn't mean that. But overall, like the music video, I thought it was very fitting for the song too, because I don't think the song is like the most serious content matter either. So I thought it was very fitting.
Now, I do want to say, with the music video and the song a little bit, well, mostly the song and a little bit of the music video, it did feel a tad bit something, it didn't have, it lacked a little bit of uniqueness a little bit. It did feel like something I've seen over and over again. It is an equation that we have seen previously from other groups for numerous years. It did feel like Fromis, you know, while making their progression, kind of lost their unique color a little too much. And now we have a group that might be, you know, GP friendly, but I could see the song being sung by like Twice or Wiki Mickey or Oh My Girl, or it feels, in that aspect, it feels very, very, very flat, if you know what I mean.
I would agree.
I can see that. That. Overall, though, I think that, number one, I'm just happy they're back, because it's been way too long. They obviously, Idol School was, I don't know if they're still under investigation, but they were under investigation in like sort of like the Produce thing, you know, vote manipulation, and then also from Miss9 and Idol School had that other thing where like the conditions of the recording were apparently really bad. Like the kids suffered during the recording, that kind of thing. So that's obviously why they were on the shelf for so long. But you could also tell that this comeback means a lot to the members. There's a choreography version where their staff or someone behind the scenes is doing the chants, the fan chants.
Aww.
And like the members all start crying essentially during it. So it clearly means a lot to them. So
it was very emotional.
Please support From Miss9.
Real quick, one more thing I wanted to point out is like, I'm not a makeup guru or a, you know, K-beauty professional here. But some of these, I feel like they had a lot of blush on their. It's called blush, right?
Really?
No, like pink cheeks.
Yes.
Yes, it's called blush.
Oh, really?
Right? I don't know.
Notice it.
At some points, it felt like they were like sick looking, like.
Oh.
Because you know when you have a fever, you know, like you get all red. Yeah.
I did not notice that. Okay,
I had a lot of blush on. I don't know, because again, I'm not a makeup professional by any means. So I might be tripping real hard.
The only stylistic choice I thought was kind of strange was, it's like a common trend, as Warren told me before we recorded, but like Soyeon has the like antenna bangs going on.
Yeah.
Like wavy baby hair type style.
I don't like that. It is what it is, though.
It is.
Overall, though, please support From Us 9. They definitely need it because they've been gone for a long time, and obviously it really stunted their momentum. So shout out to From Us 9 and Feel Good. But let's move on to the second song. I think Anita was looking forward to this one. September 18th, Friday, we had Treasure with I Love You. They are from YG. Debuted this year in 2020, and their only other song was Boy, other than that solo track from Bangeda and Boyo. But Anita, I don't know where that came from, but Anita, what did you think of I Love You?
There's a couple of things in this song that were interesting. But I'll start with what I thought was most apparent to me, or that I can't really overlook, and that is the track in general, like the instrumental choices for this song. And I think my general feeling was that the verses and everything aside from the chorus made sense, but once that chorus hit, I was very confused. And the reason why I say that is because the way that it builds up and the vibe that it has is definitely switching more to I don't know, visually it felt more like a youthful vibe, like definitely going more towards like their age demographic and like the schoolboy appearance. But once the chorus hit, it felt like we were like it was an EDM song, like very similar EDM drop, and it has a similar like structure as their debut song, Boy, but it felt like even more extreme, like the difference between the two parts. I don't know. That's something that I'm still not quite used to, and I don't know if this is going to be like their thing where they have that kind of jarring chorus that differentiates the verses and the chorus, but I don't know. I think it was a little too much in this one.
If that is their main differentiator, I'm gonna criticize the producers for saying that and say that that's a lazy differentiator. It is not really well integrated. It is jarring. It is very. It doesn't make sense with the theme, cause like you got this chorus going like bomb, 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 and they're like, like
it's
you can
the contrast.
Right. If you've seen the music video while they're doing, they're smiling. They're like really happy, and I'm like this. We're getting this really brass heavy like boom 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 kind of chorus going on, and then these kids are like 사랑해, like I'm like what is going on?
So yeah, I prefer this to Boy though for some reason.
Whoa,
I think it's better
really?
than Boy. My main problem with this is how many there's like 12 kids right in this group or something, right, Anita?
Yes.
Something like that.
Something like that.
My main problem I had with this song was, number one, I agree with you. I thought that there's like 3 types of songs in this song. I thought the verses, I thought the chorus, and I thought the rap section were all very different from each other. Because at one point there's 3 rappers in a row after the first chorus, and I felt like that was its own song in itself too. Over there, I thought the vibes were very different. But the main problem I had was with this music video. Now I'll explain.
Okay.
Let me explain.
Okay.
My problem is there's 12. I feel like YG doesn't have a great grasp on how to have large groups yet.
Well, yeah, they don't.
Now
have much
this
experience.
is my issue. There is never a wide shot where I'm seeing 12 kids do choreography almost in this entire music video. And another thing to look out when you watch this music video, if you count the amount of cuts they do, it's ridiculous. They don't hold any shot more than like a second and a half. It's constantly just cutting. And that took me a little bit out of it. The main thing, though, that I thought was weird was we got 12 kids in this group. In the second chorus, they bring in this like beach motif, right? There's a stage and there's a beach, right?
Right.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
only
yeah.
8 kids. There's only 8 kids on that circle.
Well, I thought the rest of them are like
No.
around.
There's if you watch the beginning of the second chorus, right? There's 8 kids on that platform doing the first bit of choreography. The other kids aren't there. I'm like, where are the other 4 guys?
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Isn't that a little weird? Like I think that's a little strange. Additionally, throughout all the choruses, we never just get like a pan out and see them all doing the choreo together. And because they have so many members, right? And I'm trying to figure out what kind of group they are. As someone who doesn't know these kids, like it made it feel like some of them were like backup dancers, even though they're not. And I don't think that's the best move to do.
Right. I'm thinking about the one scene near the end where half of the group is on a circular platform, and then
And they're
water.
surrounding. There's a couple
Oh,
of
yeah,
them around
yeah,
them.
Yeah, and then they're like spinning around on the floor, like around the other 6 guys. That was like back dancers should be doing this, not the members. Like they're getting all like wet and like dripping like.
Yeah, and like
Interesting.
here's the thing. It's like I don't think the song's terrible. I think the song's pretty good. Actually, I kind of like it. The chorus drop, I'm kind of down for that.
Oh, okay.
You are okay.
So I don't know. I don't know any members but Bang Dam, right? Admittedly, like he's the only one I know. Maybe they're trying because even in the chorus, right? So I'm saying there's no group shot. So what do we have? We have a lot of zoom ins on like the guy singing, right? Whoever is singing at the time. I get that's what they're trying. So they're trying to make me learn who each member is, but at the same time, they're doing like constant cuts, right? And
Right.
in and out so much that I'm like I don't know what to feel about this.
Do you remember anybody's faces after this? In that case,
I only really remember there's a guy, I don't know if he's the center in both choruses, but he's the center in the second chorus when they're on the beach thing. And like that guy was killing it, whoever that was. I thought he was going ham and I was liking that guy. Also, I kind of like the finger heart head bobbing thing. I thought it was kind of trolly and fun.
Yeah, the choreo I think is
someone's gonna
fine.
make a gift that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought it was like
The choreo was
like
fun.
fun. I thought it was
Yeah.
fun. At the same time, I agree with you that they go happy in some of the choruses, but then in the breakdown at the end, the energy matches what the song's actually doing.
Right.
So it's like, what am I supposed to feel with that? Overall, though, you can tell that they're rookies still. I feel like some of the kids weren't the most comfortable in front of the camera, but you can tell that they're all very talented. So
Right. I think the part where they're like not comfortable with the camera yet, it almost gave me like endearing vibes. I was like, oh, like look at these dong things, you know, like man, like they go in ham, that kind of deal. I just wish they had a better song.
Anita, do you got any closing thoughts about Treasure? And like, obviously, I think that they sold, if I remember, 200,000 pre-album sales. So they're selling very well for a rookie group, right?
Yeah. No, I think personally, I think Boy was more of what in comparison between the two. I would prefer Boy, but this song is not like it's not a terrible comeback. I just feel like it needed to be more of a step forward because it's so close to their debut, so it almost feels like
pretty similar.
why do like a double release so soon and it's so similar, you know? So I feel like that's where it confuses me, and I'm also a little worried. Like I'm still a little worried because I don't know if YG Entertainment, whoever is personally managing them, and like what they plan for them, if they really have a grasp as to where they're going and what they want to do, and like you said, Doug, I don't really know if they have much experience in managing such a big group. And I don't know, YG does not have a really great track record with managing groups in general, like as far as promotions. So we're going to see.
I also feel like a lot of people are predisposed. That's the word? Predisposed.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. I think
Yes,
a lot
it
of people right now have biases against YG inherently now
True.
because of everything that happened last year. Although, based on the album sales and the Blackpink pre-order sales, like it's hard to tell. But I feel like everyone's general opinion is like, ugh, YG, right? And I hope it doesn't affect Treasure that much because you could tell that they're very talented. They just have to figure a couple things out, I think, and then you could get there.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully. I mean, it really doesn't help that there's a lot of YG cliches in the song, and you know, upon a couple listen throughs, you can be like, oh, okay. There's probably someone like RT or Teddy probably worked on the song. You go look at the credits, it's RT. That they really need to break out of that. And I'm looking at the producers. I'm looking at you know whoever's is in charge of business strategization in YG. You know, put on your big boy hats. Do your thing.
Let's do outside the box. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's move on to the next two songs. So these ones both came out today on September 21st, Monday. The first one, Everglow's La Di Da. So they are from Yehua, debuted in 2019. Last three songs, Dun Dun, Adios, Bonbon Chocolat, One Music Show, One So Far. Well, they went very retro, right? Like
I know.
Committed.
Yeah.
They committed hard to that.
Yes.
Full 180.
I did not watch any of the teasers, so I had no clue what was gonna happen. And when I actually think this is a really good song.
I mean, why not? Why would it be a bad song?
Yeah. My main concern, which I had expressed to both you guys and I think to the people on the Discord, was like, I hope it's not another Mia and Friends song like Dun Dun was.
Ah.
I'm happy to report they definitely had a better distribution in this song for sure. I'm happy to see that other people got lines. I thought overall, similar to the From His Nine song with me, this is a very catchy song. Like, I could see myself listening to this a lot over the next week. But what are you guys' initial takes on this one?
Okay.
I think, well, personally, I like that they're switching up the sound because I feel like their last two songs, Adios, Dun Dun, I feel like they were a little similar and I wasn't a huge fan of them. Like, quite EDM, but not distinct enough, I don't think. For this, they committed to the 80s type sound that's kind of popular nowadays, I guess. And I don't know, for some reason, I feel like it really worked for them. Maybe because of the set, like the black and white, like the dark outfits. Like it somehow, like the cityscape felt like it fit the sound.
You know what it reminded me of? So there's a film adaptation of Sin City, which is a comic book.
Oh, yes.
In the film adaptation, they do a lot of black and white shots with only one color being shown, and they did that a couple times in this music video. And also, Sin City is obviously based on a city, so it has a little bit of a retro aesthetic going on. I thought the concepts matched up really well with this one.
It almost had like a comic book noir kind of vibe, like
Yes.
a Gotham, Batman.
Yep,
Yeah, a little bit of Miami Vice thrown in there with it.
That's kind of cool. I mean, they did lean very much into the 80s vibe with the whole like big dance. I forget what it's called, but there's a little bit of trap thrown in because obviously it's 2020, gotta have a little bit of trap. I think it kind of works really well. I think it works pretty well. That being said, I was really well immersed in the music video. It was very engaging. Up until a certain point, and that kind of ruined the entire experience for me. And besides that, I think it was a very, very lovely song, very high energy, very good energy. And that one moment was near the end where Wang Yiren starts doing "Turn it up now, shake it up now, shake it up now." You guys remember that part?
I remember that part.
Yeah, that part felt very random. And a little jarring, and it did feel like, why are they suddenly doing this? The dance break up until that point was pretty well structured. I don't know, just came out of nowhere, and I don't know if I like this, and I kind of didn't. But besides that, I thought it was a pretty dope comeback. It does feel like a good switch up from their previous stuff, because I was getting a little bit of the chorus from Bomba Chocolat, and then they went the retro route, and it still kind of maintained that badass image that Everglow has been trying to push. All in all, it felt like a good transition.
Unexpected.
I thought Shihyun did really well in this song.
Oh yes, middle center.
So we first met her. I think if I remember correctly, she was on both the first and 48 seasons of Produce.
She was on 48 seasons of Produce?
No, she was on the first season and then Produce 48.
Yes.
And her storyline was, visuals like Suzy, no confidence. That was like the thing with her. I feel like she's finally gaining some confidence and it's working really well now, right? Like, she impressed me. Obviously, Mia is extremely talented. I get why they push her, right? She's aggressive. The camera catches her, like you're like, oh, that girl's going ham over there, right? Like, it makes sense to me. I'm just really happy now that they're trying to show off the other members too, because I'm sure they heard the complaints from everyone, right? Like, I'm sure they do that they maybe went a little bit ham on the Mia and Friends cut thing, right, in the last song. And like, you could show her off because she is your center, right? And she does a lot of things for your group. But that doesn't mean everyone should be relegated to being backup people, right? So I applaud Yehua for making that decision. Overall, when I think of now Everglow has these 4 songs, like, they have a strong 4-song lineup right now, right? Like, all of them get me hype, at least. at a minimum, right? Like if we went to KCON and Everglow did their 4 songs, I'd be
It's
like,
an EDM party.
right? I'd be hyped for that.
Except for this song though.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one is the switch
Yeah.
up.
Right.
But overall, I'd be extremely hyped to listen to their songs in concert, right? I think it'd be a great time. Everglow's in an interesting position, considering that people assume that when IZ*ONE ends next year, that Yena will be joining it at some point. We'll have to see what that does to the group, because obviously Yena is going to come in with a lot of individual popularity, right? And I know some people are unconvinced that Yena can do this girl crush thing. I think she could do it. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah, she
everyone's crazy who
can.
doesn't think she can. Just go if you're unsure. Try to find a pirated copy of their concert that they just held. Let's just say Yena was doing some duck crush over there, and it was fuego.
SojuTalk does not officially endorse pirating. Please follow DMCA guidelines. Sue Doug, not me.
Okay. I think we're good on this one though, right? Overall, fun song. Let's move on to the last one. The Boyz with The Stealer. So they are from Cracker Entertainment.
What did that be?
What? Who, me?
No, Anita was like, ooh.
So they debuted in 2017. Last 3 songs was Checkmate, which was through Road to Kingdom, which they won. Reveal and
Oh, yes.
Tattoo. 1 music show win so far. You know, the thing with the Boyz was if we had regular Kingdom, they'd probably be doing that right now if 2020 was a normal
Yeah.
year.
Right.
But because of the situation and because Kingdom's it's either happening next year or not happening at all, they were pretty much forced to have a comeback or they're just going to be sitting there. So this is that comeback. The Stealer. Interesting
Wait,
song.
real quick. Is stealer a real word in the English dictionary?
I don't know.
I want to say yes, because there's like compound words like scene stealer, you know, like it makes
Oh, okay.
sense. I've never heard like just referred to as like the or a stealer, but it technically grammatical, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I'm looking
so
it up
we are-
on
okay.
I'm looking it up on a dictionary. It can be a noun, stealer.
Yeah.
A person who steals something. That's what it
Okay.
says.
Okay.
I guess it's grammatically correct. But Anita, what did you think of The Stealer?
I had a lot of thoughts. I saw the teasers leading up to this, and it was very, very interesting. I saw a lot of the people that were working on this comeback, which was very interesting. Specifically, this song. So for this song, one of the lyricists who I'm a really big fan of hers, Kenzie. Kenzie has been working on The Boyz again. I believe she also did Reveal. And I don't know, I feel like the SM-esque influence is very strong in this one.
Yes.
And if I feel like if I had to point to a song where like this is very much that vibe, it's EXO's Tempo. So if you follow the structure of that song of Tempo, it's very similar in the way they add the melodies and like the dance break, the bridge. It's very similar, but for some reason I feel like The Stealer from The Boyz had a very different concept and it works. I think they are mashing up whatever they have built on Road to Kingdom and making this comeback like in addition to that, like even more polished, if it could be done, version of that. So it's really, really cool. So I don't know. I feel like they've done really great stuff so far. I don't know what they can do next. I don't know what the next step is.
Oh wait, Anita, are you including this in the they've done great so far?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I sort of agree with you. I like the song. I agree with Anita. The first thing in my notes was SM boy group vibes. And I specifically wrote like Super M, NCT, and EXO. Like I feel like this song any of them could have done particularly. The thing
no.
that I'm gonna try to say nice things before we get to Warren, but the thing that stuck out to me was that they are so comfortable and confident in front of the camera now. I don't know if it was I don't know if I just haven't noticed that this whole time. I saw the Boyz also at KCON, and I thought they were carried heavily by how good the songs were, instead of the performance quality. But since Road to Kingdom and now with this kind of song, The Stealer, they are really good on camera, I think. Like the confidence was through the roof.
Who's the choreographer? I was trying to look up who the choreographer was because they pull it off really, really well.
But I guess we're at Warren now.
Oh.
I mean,
boy.
no, look. I'm not a straight up hater. I agree with everything you said, Douglas. You know, I was very impressed with the Boyz. I don't know much about them. I haven't seen Road to Kingdom. But they were really they were expressing and performing really well, given what they had was not something I like.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. The song structure is a little messy. It begins with the chorus, then does the whole bass thing with the bum 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 bum, you know, that thing, and then like, you know, a little jazzy, and then like they do the, you know, build up, and then they do on the chorus. The chorus which itself is half time, which means it's half tempo from the rest of the track, right? Like if most of the track, if the verses are kick snare, the chorus is like kick snare, kick hi snare, that thing, right? Does that kind of make sense?
No,
Yeah.
it does actually. Yeah.
Right. It makes it incredibly difficult to latch onto the chorus. And then that adds to the
agree.
stability of the song kind of falling apart. It works really well for tempo because tempo has a very solid structure with the chorus, and it holds each part really well. This song decides to experiment with the structure and then decides to experiment with the chorus. That's too many experiments. You got one lab. Do only one experiment in a lab at a time. Don't do multiple. Like, take your chemistry safety course, guys.
Well, no, you know the thing is, I don't know if this is what you're trying to say, but for me, out of the 4 songs, I find this one the hardest to like remember what it sounds like off the top of my head.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember what stands out to me about this song is each member, their expression, and
Yeah.
like their ability to kind of portray the concept. That was really impressive. That was really cool. The song itself was hot garbage. That's what like
No, Warren.
I might have been a little too rude. It's not hot garbage.
No, commit. You have to commit to it.
No,
You said
no,
it.
no.
Oh
It's-
man,
no,
I
no.
really like the song.
I actually wrote down in the list that this song is like okay to pretty good in my opinion.
Okay.
So hot garbage will
Backtracking.
backtracking a little
right
bit.
there.
Exaggerated in the
Okay.
moment. Okay.
I was trying to think of like why does this sound like a SM song to me? It's a lot of it is like the layering of the vocals.
Yes.
Which is
Yes,
a very
yes,
like
yes.
if you listen to any Super M song, any recent NCT song, that's like a very SM trope right now, layering like the high pitched vocals on top
Right.
of each other, and then it sounds like you almost get to like the dolphin sound level that SM's kind of known for. It does that kind of thing.
But you get a very full sound, you know? Like,
Yeah.
a full experience.
Overall, the Boyz are clearly on an upswing. I'm curious as to how this is going to do, considering most, like, if we think about the groups that came out of Queendom, right? They all had big momentum pushes after the show. Now, the Boyz is the winner of Road to Kingdom. I wonder if they'll also have a similar big push after this.
I hope
Because
so.
they are, I would consider them like on the borderline between mid-tier and high mid-tier, and I think they're very close to popping off. This might be it. Who really knows? Do we have any closing thoughts on the Steeler? I guess we
Again,
don't, right?
I would like to backtrack on saying it's hot garbage. I don't think it's hot garbage.
Can you apologize
It
to
is
Cracker
not.
Entertainment real quick?
It is
Apologize.
not.
Hello, Cracker Entertainment. This is Warren Lee from SojuTalk Entertainment. We would like to formally apologize.
We?
For
We?
I
It's
would
you.
like Warren would like to formally apologize for calling your track hot garbage. It is a little better than that.
Okay. In other releases, this week we have VAV's Made for Two, Boy with Miss You, KNK, also known as Kunakun with Ride. Solar released the full version of her theme song for her YouTube channel. Dun, 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 dun. Solar
Is that like a
Sido,
trap
that
song?
thing. Like,
Okay.
there's a whole version of that now. And then there's also a group called Checkmate, which is a co-ed group. They released their debut song Drum, so go check that out. Because, you know, co-ed groups are just interesting in K-pop because it's so rare.
They are.
But we are now at Spice King, which is a segment where each week we, the crew, will decide which song reigns supreme. So we're going to evaluate the Soju chart in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue. Songs that rank number 1 on the Soju Talk will be declared this week's Spice King. And songs that win Spice King 3 times will gain entry into the Hall of Spice and join BTS's Dynamite, which is lonely in the Hall of Spice. But the Soju chart from episode 104, Stray Kids Backdoor was in first place, and then we have CL's Post Up in second place, and Day 6, Even of Day, in third place. All right, guys. So the candidates are obviously From Us Nine's Feel Good, Treasure's I Love You, Everglow's La Di Da, and the Boyz' Stealer. Where do we want to start?
Okay.
Well, see, this. I feel like this is gonna be an uphill battle now that I know Warren's opinion.
Well, try to convince me, Anita. Try to convince me. Tell me more. I would like to know.
Or I could just start with I could start with a take if you want to take.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I think From Us Nine's Feel Good and Stray Kids Backdoor have to be one and two in some kind of combination.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna one up that and throw in Everglow's La Di Da into the mix.
Whoa. Okay.
But I don't think I would not put La Di Da above From Us Nine.
So are you essentially arguing off the bat for From Us Nine Feel Good 1, Stray Kids Backdoor 2, Everglow La Di Da 3?
I'm not sure about 2 and 3, but that's my ideal rank right now. Yeah.
Huh.
I could be convinced to put Stray Kids on 3. I could be convinced to put Everglow on 3.
Is there any song that all of us agree we don't need to consider? Honestly, for me, it's probably the Treasure song.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's an okay song, but I don't think it could stand up to these other songs.
Yeah.
Additionally, my take is we're replacing CL's Post Up and Day 6 Even of Day where the C sleeps regardless. That's honestly what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Day 6 had quite
a long run on our chart. Yeah, they did really well. All right, guys. Anita, first say what you're gonna say about the Stealer, because clearly you wanted to argue for this song. Where did you want to put it though?
To be honest, I know personally for a fact that I will be listening to this song over all of the songs we have on the chart right now.
Ooh,
how do you know that for sure?
Okay. Yes, because just based on the amount of time that has passed since the song was released and how many times I've gone back to listen to it and looked at the live showcase performance, it's really, really cool. The performance itself, just the choreo, is really great. So I know that I will be looking at the live stages for at least the week and the next upcoming week to come. So I know that I would put this at number 1, but I know that I'm in the minority here. I know. I see your face. I see your reaction. I'm in the minority, so I would settle for anything in the 2-3 spot. But
I'm okay. I so the chart I wanted to make, right? I watched the 4 songs this week, and I also added Backdoor into the playlist because I wanted to see how it stood up.
Right.
I think Backdoor is still number 1, personally.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put From Us 9 Feel Good number 2. And then I was debating between if I want Everglow or the Boyz in 3. And at the end of the day, I felt it could go either way. So I would be willing to concede that to Anita and put the Boyz, the Stealer, number 3. But it seems like Warren...
Wait, was not
we're really far apart this week, I would say, right? We're very far apart, right?
I think between the 7 songs on here, The Boyz is probably my least favorite song.
Oh my god.
Okay. You know what? No. What is your ideal rank for the Stealer?
She said
number 1, right?
She said 1.
Yes, but I know that's
What's
a
2 and
stretch.
3? What's
No.
2 and
Okay,
3 then?
you're okay, Anita. If you were the only one deciding the chart, you would put it at 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doug, where would you put it?
3.
3. Okay. 1 plus 3 plus 7 is 11. Divided by 3 is 3.66666.
Yeah, so it'd be off, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's off. Mathematical. Big brain wins.
7? You think it's worse than the Treasure song?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what?
I strongly disagree.
You know what? Anita, actually, I will raise up my white flag this time around. I will agree to rank 3.
Oh.
But
is there an
next
if?
time?
Is it? Oh.
Yes, if next time I have a strong argument. I'm proposing a trade. All right.
She has to side with you on it.
Yes.
What?
If Doug and I ever have a huge argument, you gotta be on my side.
What?
But that's not fair.
Politics, Anita. Get used to it. That's what everyone with big brains do.
Wait, what's next week?
Okay.
What's next week?
I have a question. Where did you want La Di Da? You wanted a 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
You didn't
So
think it was
basically,
over from stuff.
if you negotiate with Anita, you're choosing the Steeler over Everglow, correct?
Am I?
Yeah.
Why
Because
would
Anita,
you say that?
do you think Backdoor's still on the chart?
I could be convinced to push Backdoor off the charts.
Oh.
Anita, where do you think Backdoor lies?
I've
I
not
mean-
heard it a single time after last episode. Not once.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it, but my feelings are still like lukewarm about it.
That's
Oh
true.
my
Anita was
God.
never the biggest fan of it. Oh,
Bro,
looks like we have a compromise.
I've been diving so deep into Stray Kids. Let me say some memes. Oi, Felix! And then he's like, I got your ramen. That's literally like a meme.
They're great
in
group.
their fandom. It's like, wait for me, cuz. It's a whole thing. But really, what?
Man, we're having some trouble this week.
Okay. Let's agree then. Since it seems like we're all willing to put From Miss Nine Feel Good number 1 at a minimum, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good song. I don't know if I would put it number 1, but
I said it could be 1 or 2. Warren said it should be number 1. Anita, you have it on your chart, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's definitely number 1 then, right? I would say.
Right.
All right, From Miss Nine Feel Good number 1. Shout out to From Miss Nine. We'll congratulate them at the end. So they're going to be number 1. Now we got 2 and 3. Let's all go around and say the 2 songs they want, not regardless of order, right?
Okay.
Regardless of
want-
order? Okay.
Yeah, regardless of order. The 2 songs I want in either 2 or 3 is Backdoor, and I'm going to say La Di Da at the end of the day.
Okay. Anita, go.
I would do La Di Da and The Sealer.
And what are you saying, Warren?
La Di Da and Backdoor.
Ah! Wait, okay. So La Di Da we all agree on.
Okay, yes. I think we all agree on La Di Da.
La Di Da was all agreed upon, and Stray Kids Backdoor had more votes than the Steeler.
Right, because 2 of us voted for Backdoor, and then Anita voted
for the Steeler.
No, Anita.
I'm sorry, Anita.
Well, the deal is still
tried.
standing. If you want to make the deal,
Hey.
Well, I don't know what you're gonna argue next time.
Anita, I think for the integrity of the Soju chart, even though it has no integrity, I don't think you can make this deal.
Completely.
Right? You know what I mean, Anita? Like,
Yeah.
I think for the integrity of our non-integral chart, I don't think you can make that deal.
It's
So-
alright. I will enjoy the Steeler by myself.
Okay, it seems then that we have From Miss Nine Feel Good in 1, right? And then we have to decide, does Backdoor go 2 or 3? And honestly, based on your reactions, even though I think Backdoor probably, like, I would like Backdoor to be number 1, it seems that both of you, which by default would mean I think it's number 2, right? But it seems like both of you think Backdoor is number 3, so I guess it goes to number 3, right?
yee.
Right? I think that's pretty much the decision we come to. So, God dang it. The Soju chart for episode 105. From Miss Nine Feel Good in first place. They are Spice Kings or Queens, whatever you want to call it this week. Second place, we have Everglow's La Di Da. And third place, we have Stray Kids Backdoor. Boom. That one hurt. And,
Man,
Yeah.
that is a perfect chart right there. Oh, man.
was that what the chart you wanted, essentially?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my.
He got what he wanted too, this kid.
And it worked out exactly the way I
Oh
envisioned
my
it.
God. But all right, we're show winners now. Anita hit us with them, unfortunately. God. I'm so
Okay,
salty.
well, on Tuesday on the show, US Bon Voyage had its first win ever, so congrats to her. Then on Wednesday on show champion, BTS's Dynamite had its 11th win. On Thursday on M Countdown, ITZY's Not Shy had its 5th win. And then on Friday and Saturday, so Music Bank and Show Music Corps, BTS's Dynamite also won again. So total win for the week is 13. And then on Sunday on Inkigayo, Blackpink's Ice Cream had its first win.
Wow.
I'm so like, all right. Let me do shout outs and act like I'm happy. So shout out to BTS 13 wins, crazy, right? That's nuts.
13.
Not Shy picking up a win still. It's been like a month, so that's
been-
kind of
Yeah.
nuts because
Yeah.
we covered them in episode 100. Yua first win ever as a solo artist.
Yes.
That's kind of a big accomplishment. And finally,
It is.
Blackpink. I know people are not really that hype about Ice Cream, but the fact that they can still win Inkigayo says something about people streaming the song. So shout out to
Yep.
Blackpink. But we are now, unfortunately, at the end of part 1 of Soju Talk, episode 105. If you are listening to the audio version, sit tight. And if you are on YouTube, head over to the episode 105 part 2 video. We'll be back after a short break. I can't believe we decided on that chart. But
I cannot
3, 2,
believe either.
1.